I just can't give it up. Yeah. Yes, sir. What is going on, YouTube? It is your boy Denali, aka Don Squally, and today we are back at it with a little unboxing video. And what I have in this box is something that I have been kind of toying with the idea of getting for the G35. Now obviously, since I've gotten the G35, there's been a lot of suggestions to supercharge it, to turbocharge it. Obviously, nitrous has always been a thing that has been brought up quite often on the channel with people commenting on my videos. And I really went over the options quite a bit in my head. It took me quite a while to actually come to a decision and take the plunge. But what I have in this box right here is a nitrous kit for the Infiniti G35. Now, before we start the unboxing, I just want to go over a couple of reasons why I ended up going with this route. Obviously, you guys saw the track day videos. Car is running consistent low 14s. Obviously, I kind of been putting off getting another set of tires running with these Nankangs, but my launch has never been my problem. The car gets out of the hole nice and quick. It's just the DE falls on its face like top end. The top of third, there's just not enough power to accelerate the car as fast as it needs to in order to break some half decent times. Now obviously what I really would have liked to do is buy a turbo for this car, or at least piece together a kit, but this car is getting quite old. It's got almost 200,000 kilometers, not miles. It's got almost 200,000 kilometers. The car's been driven through a couple pretty harsh winters, so it's not the cleanest car ever. And because of that, I just really couldn't justify spending like 4 or 5 grand to either turbo or supercharge the car, especially since a lot of my friends are upgrading to like G37s, 370Zs, Q50s. This car right here is just starting to get a little bit dated, and I always said that I was going to keep this car forever, but to be honest, love the 6-speed, love the rear wheel drive. It's just the DE, unfortunately, is just not putting out the numbers that I would like it to. But that is where this kit right here comes in. So what I have here is a kit from Nitrous Outlet. Now this kit right here is designed specifically for 2003 to 2006 350Z. So this will also fit the G35. Should bolt right up. Everything's the same. So we'll see what we get in the kit here. We do get the nitrous outlet lines here. You can see we have the different jets as well as the Y connector here. Now the one thing that I like about this kit is it actually comes with a line tap that you can bolt directly to the car without having to cut any of the stock lines. So that way, if you want to take this out of the car in the future, put it in something different, it just bolts in, unbolts when you want it to. So that's the reason that I went with this kit, simply because it was a bolt-on application. Got a couple of bags. So what I have right here is the window switch. Now for those of you guys who don't know what a window switch is, what this does is it wires into the car's computer, and you can basically adjust what RPM the nitrous is going to turn on at, as well as what RPM you want the nitrous to turn off at. So this was very important for me, because if I miss shift and I hit the gas wide open throttle, I don't want the nitrous to be spraying in when the car is in neutral. So this will also help with nitrous by gear, as well as set that window. I think I'm going to go between 3,000 RPM and 5,000 RPM is where I'm going to be spraying. Near the top end, I don't really need it because this car only really revs to 7,000 anyways. And then next up, what we have is the mounting bracket for the nitrous bottle itself, as well as our braided lines to run from the engine bay back to the bottle, which I'm going to be mounting mine in the trunk. The trunk of my car is pretty much already gutted, so I'm going to have lots of room back there. Should be able just to bolt it right to the floor. And we're gonna, when we do the install video, we're gonna be going over exactly how we should be mounting the bottle as well. Got a couple of flyers here. Now all the directions for this, I had to download the PDF, which I have inside the house. So again, when we do the install video, probably in a couple of weeks. I'm going to be going over exactly how we install this kit. So when you order the kit from Nitrous Outlet, you have a couple of options. You can kind of add things to the kit, take things away from the kit. One thing that I did decide to add was a purge valve. Now this wasn't really essential. Everybody sees in like Fast and the Furious and at the racetrack when people are purging their car, it kind of looks cool. But the reason that I got it is that I want the lines to be completely clear of any air when I go to spray the nitrous. Obviously when we're at the drag strip, you know, the performance is key and I want everything to operate as it should. So that's the reason I ended up going with the Purge Kit as well. Comes with the wiring, all the little solenoids, and the switch that you need to turn it on. Now this was another thing that I wanted to add to the kit, and this is a bottle pressure gauge. Now one thing about nitrous is that if the pressure inside the bottle isn't where it needs to be, so I'm going to have to look up the actual specifics for this kit, but right around 900 psi is where you want your bottle to be. That's why a lot of guys have bottle warmers or heat them up with torches, which you're really not supposed to do. But the thing about this is if your bottle's only running at half of what the psi should be, then you're only getting half of the spray. So if you have 100 shot and your bottle's only at 50% of the psi where it should be, then you actually technically only have a 50 shot. So that's the reason I wanted to add this on as well, just so I could check out and maintain the pressure of the bottle. And then last but not least is our nitrous bottle. Now if I'm not mistaken, these things get shipped empty, so I'm going to have to find somewhere to fill this up. But this right here is a 10-pound bottle. It says 10 pounds of gas. The weight of the cylinder is 13 pounds, so 23 pounds altogether with a 10-pound capacity on this thing. So the reason I ended up going with this is from what I've gathered, a 10-pound bottle should get you about between 10 to 12 passes depending on the shot that you're putting into your car. So for me, this should be enough. I very rarely go to the track and get more than like 5 or 6 passes just because of the amount of cars that go to our track. So that should be good for what we're going to be using it for, and I'm pretty sure that's it. So if I'm not mistaken, one of these packages contains the wide open throttle switch as well. Fuel, nitrous, these are the solenoids. Maybe it's inside here. So this package here contains the arming switch. And yeah, the wide open throttle switch is right here. So the nitrous is going to activate when the pedal is completely pressed, and then as well as the window switch. So if the pedal is completely pressed but the RPMs are below, let's say 3,000 RPMs, which I'm going to set it at, then the nitrous isn't going to engage. But if I got the gas pedal at wide open throttle, as soon as I hit that 3,000 RPM, the nitrous should engage, and we should have some pretty decent power gains with this kit. So now let's talk about how much nitrous I'm actually going to be putting into this car. This kit right here, as it comes with the jets that the kit comes with, supports between a 50 shot and a 150 shot. So what I've read on the forums for an untuned DE, if you don't have the car tuned, then you should be able to spray a 100 shot with no modifications and no adjustments to the timing or anything like that. Now, because my car is tuned, I've been trying to get a hold of my tuner, he's just, customer service is terrible. Like, you send him a message and then he'll wait like a week to respond. But regardless of that, I've been trying to get a hold of him to just see if I have to make any adjustments with the car tuned the way that it is. Once I get the go-ahead from him, if he says yes, the car is good the way that it is, or no, the car has to come in for adjustments. Once I get the go-ahead from him, everything's going to be going in, and I'm going to be spraying a 100 shot. That is what I'm aiming for. 50 shot would be good, but I feel like for this car, 100 shot, it's going to be a little risky, and there may be a strong possibility that I'm going to have to make adjustments to the tune on the car the way that it is. But I think 100 shot should be in the safe zone for the DE, and I think that's going to be a nice little boost for us when we're at the track. So that's the reason that I ended up going with this kit. Obviously, we're going to be doing a video on the install. You guys are going to be able to follow the journey once we take this thing to the track. Now, the one great thing that I love about having this kit is that this fits any 350Z, G35, and I'm going to look into it a little more, but I'm hoping this is also going to fit a Nissan Altima or a Maxima. So in the future, what I'm hoping to do once we have fun with this G35 is maybe buy like a beater Nissan Altima or Nissan Maxima and then install the Nitrous Kit and take the car to the track and see what it will do in its stock form, and then what it'll do with 100, maybe 150 shot of nitrous on a completely stock DE front wheel drive Altima or Maxima. But I think that's pretty much everything that I wanted to cover for today's video. Now I'm hoping to get this kit installed within the next week, maybe next weekend, but I'm going to be honest, I currently purchased another vehicle, which I'm kind of in the process of getting safetied and putting it on the road and getting the plates and all that stuff, which I will be doing a video on that probably next weekend. You guys will be seeing that video. But yeah, once I get all of that stuff out of the way with that vehicle, get the introduction done to the channel so I keep you guys in the loop, we will be installing the Nitrous Kit on the G35, and then shortly after that, taking this thing back to the track, man. And for the other vehicle, I wanted to give you guys a hint and let you try to guess it down in the comments section. The other vehicle is a V8, and it's also Japanese. So I'm going to give you guys those two hints. Let me know down in the comment section what you guys think that it is. And in next week's video, we'll be doing a little introduction. I got the vehicle here right now. It's just sitting out in the driveway on the other side of the garage door. But I got a few things with that I wanted to clean up before we do the actual introduction to it on the channel. So stay tuned. I hope you guys are stoked, man. We got a new vehicle for the channel. We got the G35, which is getting the Nitrous Kit, man. So I'm pretty excited to see what this car can do. And once I get a hold of my tuner and get some, just some straight answers, yes or no, you're good, no, you're not good, we're going to install this kit and go from there. If we got to take it to another tuner to get it adjusted, then that's just what we're going to have to do. So I hope you guys are excited, man. I know I am. And I think that's pretty much it. So with that being said, we're going to put an end to this one. As always, I want to say thank you guys for watching. We're going to catch y'all mofos at the next one, man. Peace!